Hello Sagittarius, it's Karen here, Emerging Soul Tarot, with your monthly read for the Virgo season. So that's from 22nd of August to the 21st of September. I'm going to go through some of the astrological details. If you want to skip that, I'll put a timestamp in the box below. Okay then, Sagittarius. So your ruler, Jupiter, has been doing this dance backwards and forwards from Aquarius and Pisces from mid-December 2020, when there was that grand conjunction. And in May, it moved to Pisces and then back again to Aquarius on the 27th of July. And it's going to stay there right to the end of the year, 28th of December, I think it goes direct into Pisces. So you've got those two out there signs, the Pisces and the Aquarius. They're kind of at the end of the zodiac, so they're sort of, you know, out there. They are out there signs, they're otherworldly signs. With your Sagittarius energy, you know, the energy of philosophy, the big picture, beliefs, religion, all that type of energetics, you may have been finding major shifts in your beliefs or philosophies, the way you view life, and an expansion to your already large capacity to understand the larger picture. But it may have been leaving you kind of slightly confused about smaller details. So that's the downside, your kind of personal day-to-day details. So check what houses in your natal chart that Aquarius and Pisces fall in, for a more sort of individual picture, because this is a general read. So Saturn is now in Aquarius, and again you've got to remember, not Saturn, Jupiter is now in Aquarius, and you've got to remember that Saturn is there. So Saturn's you know, the kind of disciplinarian, the institutions, you know, that sort of old energy, old Chronos of time. So yeah, so Jupiter's sitting with there, so sitting with Saturn at the moment, as I said, until the end of the year. So you may feel some kind of constraints or a need to, you know, expand beyond the old way of seeing things, for this month and for the rest of the year, really. So I'll go through the actual aspects with Jupiter. On the 22nd, as we enter Virgo, we've got the full moon in Aquarius, obviously sitting right within a couple of degrees of your Jupiter. So you might find emotional expansion, and that could be good or difficult, you know, but that can be relating to community and global issues. So you may find yourself becoming quite emotional about the situations there. On the 6th of September, alongside the new moon in Virgo, we have Venus in Libra making good aspects with Jupiter. So there may be a balancing out of relationships. So if you have been experiencing a kind of confusion in the details of your life and relationships, this is a time there's going to be a kind of balancing out. So that can be relationships at work, family, friends, but also your relationship with yourself. So this new moon is a really good time to make healthy changes to routines and habits, to support that, really. And on the 20th, alongside a full moon in Pisces, you've got Mercury in Libra, again making good aspects with Jupiter. So this can bring that expansion of relationship, but also your communication, the ability to communicate within relationship, and you know, it can increase, bring an increase to your groups of friends, clients, customers, but that expansion, you know, a deepening of relationship as well. But what's noteworthy about your astrology, this Virgo, is it's all falling on full or new moons, and it involves communications, Mercury, and relationships, Venus. So make sure they're good aspects, but make sure you let go of anything that stops growth in those areas, and set intentions to balance things that may have been this difficult with Jupiter transiting backwards and forwards. Okay, and the end of it, Virgo, on the 22nd, it ends 21st, but it moves into Libra, and of course it's equinox. So equinox, there are powerful energies for balancing out excesses and deficits for you. Okay, so that was a bit in depth, but I think it was really important. So I'm going to pull some astrological cards and some other oracle cards, and then dig a bit deeper with the tarot. So Spirit, have you got messages for Sagittarius, please, for Virgo season? What's the astrological energies they need to be aware of? Okay. Oh, we got too many there, sorry, Sagittarius. What I'll do is far too many. Ah. So you got Saturn. Okay, so we have Saturn, who's the ruler of Capricorn. We have Saturn sat in Aquarius. He used to be the ruler of Aquarius, so you may find Saturn energies kind of predominating you. It's sat in Aquarius with Jupiter, so you may have a kind of bit of frustration around the larger issues of life. But Saturn is the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So any restriction or frustration you find with this Saturnian energy this month, Spirit's saying dig deep, because you have that sense of wanting to overcome those challenges, you know, learn, grow from them. And Sagittarian energies are, you know, they're energies of learning and wisdom anyway. So yeah, don't get too frustrated with them. I think Spirit's saying bear with them, they're passing. Okay, so we'll have a look in your energetic body, see what Spirit wants to make you aware of. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so this is Soul Star Chakra, so it's universal light. So it's that kind of being connected with the big picture. Certainly something that Sagittarian energy brings. But this is that spiritual light. So within that sense of, you know, whether you call it the quantum field, source, God, but that light that we're all connected with, the all that is, that quantum field kind of energy. So to be aware of that, keep looking at that bigger picture to see that everything is interconnected, even if in the details it becomes frustrating and irritating with this Saturnian energy. There's a challenge from source really in that sense, you know, to grow into wisdom. So have a look what is manifesting out through the Virgo this season for you. Sorry, my words are all getting stuttery. I get my tongue twisted. Okay, right, let's have a look. Spirit, what is there for Sagittarius? Let's have a look. Ah, well, we certainly got the universe, and you've certainly got a lot of transits with the big boys involved. So big boys, big girls. You have Trip the Light, fantastic, Dance with the Universe. This is a beautiful card. It's from the Hero's Journey Oracle, and it is stage 3. It's called Crossing the Threshold. So these challenges to gain wisdom could be, and with universal light, could be that sense of crossing beyond a threshold. I said during the looking at the astrological energies, you know, you may have felt flipped about a bit by the movements of Jupiter, but there's a sense that that's going to bring some stability, and with this it is crossing that threshold. Okay, so it's about trusting the subtle, similar to this card actually. So trusting the subtle nudges the universe sends you. So allowing that place to expand as you feel your body trusting and surrendering to that rhythm of the universe. Yeah, so there seems, you know, and with Saturn, I mean, big long years of transits. I think 29 years with Saturn, 28, 29. So they're kind of life transits. So it's that surrendering to that rhythm. So knowing when to hold firm and when to pause and when to flow with life. So yeah, a real sense of allowing, you know, your body, really, your body to guide you to the rhythms and set. So it's real embodiment, dropping into your body and allowing that intuitive sensing and feeling to really come through you, whatever those challenges may come. There's going to be wisdom coming to you, Sagittarius, an expansion of your wisdom, I think. And to bring it back down to earth, that may be kind of like a psychological, psychic, kind of spiritual, but that will manifest in your day to day. And it looks like with your astrology, it's around communication and relationships. So it's kind of trusting yourself with communication and relationship, I think, and trusting your intuitive senses. So what the universe is bringing you as well. So Spirit, have you got any messages? Okay, yeah, we have the Hierophant on the bottom, so that's your inner teacher. So it kind of goes with this sense and the feeling of a higher wisdom that you're going to gain. You've got a learning card there. I mean, a messenger. I always see him as just really playful. This page of cups. But the cups are about emotion and intuition. So it could be that you're having this kind of wisdom coming to your intuitive sense, to your bodily felt intuition. And, you know, it's an end of cycle. So as I said, there's that equinox coming. So balance to that burden. So if you've been working too hard, or you feel there are too many things on your back, there's a real sense of that coming to an end. And the energy of the King of Swords is that mastery over your mind. It's that cutting through, the ability to take authority and be autonomous in your life, to expand. So wisdom, yeah, kind of wisdom. So, and I'm thinking it's not just mental, it's a spiritual inner wisdom that's coming to you, Sagittarius. So sense of expansion and moving across the threshold with that. With Trip the Light, fantastic. You're reaching a threshold, end of cycle. So if you felt confused, that's why. When we go through a threshold, it always gets accompanied with confusion. But yeah, some clarity. That King of Swords, that sword will cut through. So Spirit, any more messages? Oh, guidance, clarification. Oh, they just fell. So I'm getting excited with my shuffle here, people. Sorry. Okay, messages. Oh, guidance for Sagittarius for the Virgo season. No, too many. Oh, what's going on with my shuffle here? Maybe it's that energy of confusion back and forth. Okay, let's have a look what you've got here. Beautiful. Oh, not so beautiful. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles here for you. So there's this sense of transformative energy, but slowly, surely. And that may have culminated, this is kind of past energy, that may have culminated with this burden, this transformation, with a sense of things breaking down. Yeah, sudden change, sudden kind of shock for you. But it brings you to that Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy. So, but this is an illumination. It's finding that universal light, and trip the light, fantastic, you know, and the wisdom. It's kind of a divine wisdom. So it's seeing the things that are taking place in the material, maybe globally, that you've been looking at, Sagittarius. But seeing the spiritual wisdom in that. The Hermit is kind of 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in, you know, spirit. So there's that sense of that connection, which will bring that end of cycle, you know, any difficulty that's been there, any sense of, I think I said at the beginning, you know, the movement of Jupiter may have brought you that kind of confused. You may have felt your solid thinking and emotions have been really confused over this year. But the good thing about it, there's going to be, and if it is with your relationships, this is a beautiful card, because it's, well, it's the Lovers, but it's also about a union. And I'm thinking with these cards and the Wisdom and the Tower, that this is about a kind of union between what's going on spiritually or internally in your psyche, in your beliefs and your philosophies, are going to come to a kind of balance for you by Libra season, by equinox, towards the ends of the month, because we got this lovely celebration here. But if it's a relationship and there's been some difficulty with relationship, there is a sense that because of your inner reflection, you know, and this support of the universe, of the source, there will be this kind of reunification, rebalancing of those relationships and communication, and a celebration that's going to come for you, Sagittarius. So it's all good. I think maybe because of the astrology through the year, you felt almost in that Tower moment, you know, like life's kind of come tumbling down around your ears in some way. That could be in your, you know, emotional, mental body. It could be in your physical world, jobs, relationships. Yeah. But yeah, this real sense there's the end of cycles, and this King of Swords brings an authoritative kind of clarity and a mastery of all that, yeah, and balance for you. So beautiful. So Spirit, what have you got? Oh yeah, any more clarification messages? Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, see, we got the Tower on the bottom again. So I think really, yeah, there may have been that kind of energy around for you, because also with the Tower and the burden, although that's an ending, that's 10 of Wands is a sense of burden, the Tower, and the 9 of Swords, which is kind of battle in the mind. It's anxiety, it's things that go round in your head that keep you up at night. this sense of burden that you've had and this shock, whatever this Tower was for you. There's a sense of wisdom in it, this Saturnian wisdom, you know. I'll show you there. See those little things? They're called Yod, which are the finger of God. So almost like our souls manifest the difficulty so that we can grow and develop and get that divine wisdom. So yeah, that's very apparent. It's spirit acknowledging your difficulties, but also saying, we got fire here, and you're fire. We do have a few wands here. There's messages coming, you know, and they will be divine messages. They may bring a bit of challenge, or may have brought a bit of challenge, but you're going to cut through and you're going to be able to see the meaning of these things. It's going to expand your vision, and it's going to expand your passion and your feeling those messages. So be open and aware of signs and synchronicities, whatever your situation is through this month. And this is Queen of Wands. You know, she's a visionary. She is passionate about home, family. She's passionate about humanity, really, this Queen of Wands, and she sits in her power. She is powerful energy. So you got those messages coming. So it may be, you know, that in your relationships that you will get that sort of wisdom, that cutting through, whether they're work or personal. But you do have a King and Queen again, which is a balance, and the Lovers. So this could be you and your partner in relationships. This is passionate feeling, but also, you know, someone with really good intellect, someone who's strong. And the King and Queen are sitting on the Lovers there. So this could be your relationship. So if there has been that difficulty, all these good aspects you've got with Venus and Mercury, with your Jupiter, it's going to bring beautiful expansion for you. So I'm going to pull you a moon card, Sagittarius, because your astrology was so connected, your ruling planet, with the moon. So we'll see what that is for you, Spirit. You've got a message for Sagittarius, please. But it's a lovely read, very forward moving, expansive, which is very Sagittarian actually. Yeah, lovely. Balance. You're going to find balance, Sag. Yeah, look at that. Full moon. Surrender to the divine. Okay. So if there's, you know, the things that you have been struggling with, the things that may have been difficulty, and even the things that you're envisioning for your future, surrender them. Use these full moons and new moons to surrender and set intentions that align to the truth of who you are, really, and your passions and how you want to move forward. So yeah, beautiful read, Sagittarius. I hope you have a really good season, this Virgo season. If you enjoyed, you know, pop a comment if it resonates, and like, subscribe and share. Okay, lots of love to you, Sagittarius. Bye bye.